So I practice Fertility Friday, and I do a tablespoon or about 15 ml per gallon. Let's go water some plants. Hello, everyone. We'll start off with the basement plants. Let me turn off this heater first. So we have the cherry tomatoes here and a few peppers of different kinds, bell pepper, paprika. This one is the habanero. And I'm just gonna bottom water. Let that get absorbed. That'll probably be taken up pretty well. It's a little bit of a challenge working now because I've sowed more seeds, and so it's back and forth with certain things. I did have a little bit of ginger that I'm trying to get going. I think only this one is going to produce. That one looks like it's rotting down. In here, they haven't come up yet, but I have rutabaga and kohlrabi. And then in these, I have cucumber and zucchini. And these are specifically for hopefully selling. That's why I started them so early. Otherwise, I wouldn't be starting this for another week or so. I have some that have come up already. So let me show you those in a second after I water the rest of. These are eggplants. Are they all the eggplants? Yeah, the Black Beauty and the little fingers. So I treat all of these the same. These are Cherokee purples over here, and then this is the Brandywine over here. Notice the different leaf pattern. And also the paste tomato, Marzano. And for some reason, the regular tomatoes look fine, but the Brandywine and the paste do not. They're yellowing, they're purpling, and they get fed the same as everybody else. And it's also a shame because I'm actually selling the Brandywine this weekend, and they don't look all that great. But I know they'll survive, but still, it would be nice if they looked better. See, these are all the San Marzano and paste tomatoes, the Cherokee, and what's in the back? Pineapple. Yeah, the pineapple in the back look great. But these, not so much. Here's some of the zucchini and cucumbers that have come up already in the last few days. So those are under the lights. And then over here I have some sage. Yeah, I hope to sell these. I started them late, I think, but it is what it is. I'll just post them on like Facebook Marketplace. If they don't come up by the time about a month, I'll have the sale. So if they're not up by then they'll have to be posted online. The chamomile and sweet pepper are continuing to grow well. Celosia also. And the snapdragons are eking along. They take a long time to grow and they're prone to death. I've lost several to just the tops dying off. Could be from the fungus gnats, I guess. But yeah. Otherwise, we have the rest of the tomatoes doing well down here. And my little celery, I can probably put this out by now. And basil, looking in need of nitrogen, very pale. It's weird how the soil dries out at different rates. It's the same soil. And do be mindful of the water temperature. Try to keep it, you don't want to shock the roots with super cold. So some nice room temperature water is best. Now I had brought in the artichokes because we had some chilly nights, and then I forgot to put them back outside. So now I kind of have to restart the hardening off process again, just getting them used to the sun, because otherwise they get sun scald like that one. I started some spinach. Some have germinated and some have not, but these can go outside right away, especially now that the temperature isn't too bad out, and they can withstand cold anyway. So since they popped up, I'm going to put the ones that have popped up outside so they can live outside and not take up space under the lights. And I'm also trying to sell some butternut squash and acorn squash. So I'm germinating a few, pre-germinating. One popped out already, so I can plant that. My first batch looked moldy, and this was like a few days or a week even before that one. And these have not popped out at all, so I think it's pretty good bet that these are bad seeds, and I can throw them out. They're a few years old. But these, I'm starting to see. I'll come back in a little while and open this up, and we'll plant these together. Oh, finally. This is my second round of ground cherries. I was starting to lose hope that those seeds were all bad, but they finally came up. Yay, we'll have ground cherries to sell, possibly. And our plants outside are surviving, not thriving. Well, some are, some aren't. And there's a lot of grass seeds in this mix for some reason. I don't know where that came from. Look at all this. And I've been pulling this randomly in places, not even. Man, this one had a lot of it. Oh, wait, this was potting soil that was left outside. So it probably just blew in from the wind. I lost this completely. Get that out of there. Looks like I've lost that one. Just fine. There's too many anyway. These are all cilantro. Yeah. Contrary to popular belief, cilantro likes it cooler. Doesn't do well in the heat of the summer, which is when most people are eating it. And this is the parsley. And the dill have varying success. But the onions that I uppotted are doing better. They're growing. Onions are resilient. Well, I had pre-filled 3 containers, thinking I was only going to do 3. And then I went ahead and did like 6, 9, because not everybody germinates. So I used toilet paper because it comes apart more easily, but at the same time, because it comes apart more easily, probably going to have to redo this setup for the rest of the seeds that haven't opened up yet. So we have definitely 2 that have emerged. Oh, and I forgot to nick. Like if you take a nail clipper and nick the seed, then that'll be easier for them to get out. So this is the root, the pointy end. Focus, and that's the root, the pointy end that goes into the soil. I always forget when I'm out there planting which way to turn these. And they go pretty deep, an inch deep. Oops. So I just lightly bring that in. And you have my pre-labeled markers. I go a little bit deeper than that. That was much deeper. Anyway, you can always put soil on top, I guess, right? And all right. So these that haven't come up yet, I'll put back under the lights and the warmth until they do. Well, while we're down here in the harsh basement light, I will be sowing these next: foxglove, nicotiana, and delphinium. I had planted these 2 years ago, and 2 or 3 of them, they're perennials, so 2 or 3 of them are still alive and coming up. So I want to do more of those. And then also, these I can winter sow, I guess. So the marigolds, I have French or Naughty Marietta, African Kilimanjaro White, African Cracker Jacker Blend, and another older Cracker Jack mix. And then we got Johnny Jump Ups and definitely Bee Balm. Although this, I think I'm supposed to start this inside. I'll have to read up on that. So yeah, flowers are the focus for this weekend to get in the ground soon. And next, we have to do some fertility work outside. I haven't given up on soil blocks, but I've changed my method to making them a lot bigger than I have been. So this is like a takeout container, and I soldered 6 holes at the bottom, equally spaced, so I can make dibbles or holes, which not all the seeds need, but I did anyway. I'm going to be a bit conservative, just do these blocks for the flowers. So these 5 rows or so are on the tiny side. There's less soil on this side than uphill, where I had mounded up more soil apparently. So what I'm gonna do is change the mulch out to the ones the chickens have been through, leaves. Let me show you that. So this bin that I built in the fall has been sitting here all winter, mostly with leaves and some twigs, but I've been throwing in compost. I threw in like a couple of pumpkins that started to sprout like in February, and just random greens. So this is loose, good mulch with poop in it, which is what we're gonna feed our garlic with. with a little bit of compost I have left, I'm gonna top up these potatoes. I am sniffling, I am itchy, the allergies are kicking me today. It's gonna get worse as the night progresses. It usually comes on at night. So that is where I will leave you for today. I will talk to you all again soon. Happy growing. Bye.